Here's how to register a song with BMI. Let's dive in. The first step is to register yourself as a writer, which is free. If you decide to create a publishing company, the application costs $150. Once you log into your BMI account, click on Works Registration. Next, you want to click on Add New Work. Choose the account you would like to use for this work. Select the type of work you're registering. For most people, it'll be all other genres. Click Next. Now you want to enter in your basic work information. Make sure to include the work title, duration, work content, and language. If your work is a public domain arrangement, click Yes. The majority of you are probably going to press No. This is going to vary between songs. If you use royalty-free samples like Splice, Loopcloud, or Sounds.com, you will click No for this question. BMI is asking this question to make sure you get the right clearance for the samples you're using. For the publishers and writers section, the majority of you will put yes, there's a publisher on this work. But if you're affiliated with BMI, you can choose to be self-published, meaning that they automatically send your publisher share to your writer account. Just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to click yes for this question. Next, you're going to add your publisher information. At minimum, they need the publisher's name, PRO affiliation, IPI number, ownership percentage, and collection percentage. The ownership percentage and collection percentage should be exactly the same, and the only time they'd be different is if you had an admin publisher like Songtrust or TuneCore Publishing. Next, you want to add your writers. The nice part about BMI is any writer that you've worked with in the past and have registered a song with them on BMI, their writer information will be included in a drop-down menu for you to choose. If you are adding a writer for the first time, make sure to fill out their first and last name, their role in the project, their IPI number, their PRO affiliation, and their writer's share. You'll also need to include which publisher is linked to this writer. In this situation where they have their own publisher, make sure to select it in the drop-down menu. In this situation where they're BMI affiliated and self-published, make sure to select this writer does not have a publisher. After you've entered in all your publisher and writer information, click Next. Do keep in mind that the publisher's share and the writer's share should each add up to 100% respectively, leading to a 200% total. For example, if you have two writers, writer 1 and writer 2, each with an equal split of the song, you would give writer 1 50%, writer 2 50%, and their publishing entities would each earn 50% respectively. Next, you're on the artist and recording section. If your song has already been recorded and is available on DSPs like Spotify and Apple Music, make sure to fill out this section. Are there any artists? Click Yes. Are there any recordings? Click Yes. And then, was this work created for film or TV? That's dependent on the song and your registration purpose. The majority of artists are going to click No for this question, but if you're registering tracks you released with Audio Jungle or Pond5 or another library like that, you'll want to click Yes for this question. For sync licensing, the sync agent or sync library you're working with will most likely do the registration for you, so you won't need to worry about this question. Next, you want to add in your artist. Make sure to enter in their first, last name, or their band name. Next, you want to add in your recording information. This includes the type and format, which can be an album, EP, or single, the recording title, the release date, and if this recording was released by a record label. For a lot of us, we're probably going to say no. Once you've entered in all that information, click Next. Unlike ASCAP, BMI does not require you to submit your ISRC code for the recording. Once you've entered in or reviewed your information, click Submit. If you are missing information from a writer or a publisher, you can save and exit and fill out that information later. Registration usually takes a few days. In order to save you some time, here's some tips. Keep a running database of any collaborator you work with. Make sure to note their writer IPI, publisher IPI, and email. If you are unsure about a writer's IPI, you can search their full name on SongView to verify. Designate one person to be in charge of registration. Redundant registrations aren't necessary and can lead to share conflicts. If you've made this far, congrats! You've registered your first track with BMI. Feel free to ask any questions about BMI in the comments down below. If you want more music production and music business content, consider subscribing down below. It means a lot. Thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!